Yo, what's up? It's your boy Will. Here with an episode of Positively Sensual. Yes, yes, yes. Today I got some great guests. I'm starting with my man Eric. Yes, sir. How you doing?
Doing good, doing good. How you guys doing?
Doing all right. Can't complain. Can't complain. Even if I did, who's listening anyway? You know.
Listen, William.
Oh, thank you guys. I know you guys will listen, but I can't complain.
That's enough.
And I got the lovely Heaven. You think you funny over there? Huh?
I am funny. I'm hilarious.
I think she's funny.
She all right. She got her moments.
I read a whole stand-up comedy.
Oh, you did actually. So you are pretty funny.
Yeah,
I did read that thing. So
I just haven't.
Did you
performed
really?
It. Yeah, I did. I haven't performed it, but I did write one.
I want to hear it.
she don't want to perform it. She wouldn't even let me perform it.
You could perform it, William, but it wouldn't make sense coming
I
from your
would
perspective.
twist it. I would twist it. I remember I read it, so you know what I mean.
So you can make it fit. All right.
Yeah, I'm a comedian at heart.
All right,
Signing you up for the next open mic.
What we talking about today?
Laugh Factory. We with it.
Laugh Factory.
So we got. Well, you already know what this show is about. You know it's relationship dominant. So you know we'll talk about some relationships. Our first topic is how do you block out the noise from other people in your relationship? So like maybe it's parents, maybe it's friends, anybody, family. So how do you block out the noise to I guess I can ask you, Eric, because I can't ask Heaven and I can't ask myself.
Why can't you ask me?
Can't ask what?
How to block out the noise in a relationship. Because we ain't in no relationships. So,
Well,
you know what I mean?
You've been in them, though.
Yeah, we've been in them. You know, I guess our blocking out didn't work that much. But I mean, how does yours work? You know, you stay solid and strong. You keep me
right.
having faith. So.
But yeah, for those that don't know, I'm married.
How long have I been married? Congratulations.
2015. So 8 years, coming on 8 years now.
Oh shit! Yeah, I was saying, no, you might not want to ask that on the camera. They be like, wait a minute.
Yeah. No, me and Lily, my wife, we forget all the time. We actually have missed a couple anniversaries. We're like, oh crap, happy anniversary! Yeah. So
I think it's okay when it's both parties.
When it's both of us, it's okay. She's super chill. But I think I don't know how we block out noise. I think to a certain extent we try to share with each other the noise. Okay. So me coming from, I'm Latino, so my mom only speaks Spanish. So and my wife, she's white, so they can't really talk to each other.
Okay.
So anything that my mom is over here like telling me, even while we were dating, she'd be like, hey, like Lily did this, I didn't like it, things like that. She would have to come to me. So it's almost like beneficial that she could never get in like a fight with Lily. She can never be like disrespectful to her directly. Yeah. So I think I'd always be able to kind of tone it down when I brought up something to Lily that my mom didn't like. And then the other way around too. Like I think one thing that my parents really didn't like, it's just an example, was when we were dating, Lily liked to sit on my lap. And that's just a thing we do, right? When we're dating, right? Yeah. But my mom found that super disrespectful in her house, right? Okay. So, and I remember she got super mad, but she can't say it to us. Like, hey, like, get off her lap. Like, she wouldn't understand. Yeah. So my mom had to come to me, tell me, and then I would tell her, like, hey, like, when we're in the house, let's just not do this because it pisses her off. And Lily was super receptive. Yeah. Because she's also, I mean, she doesn't want to piss her off, but... It's also like trying to see it from her perspective is like I can't even talk to this woman. I'm in her house, like I don't want to piss her off. But it's different if you can just talk face to face.
Yeah.
Because I remember like dating girls in the past that talked Spanish, and that didn't go so well. Right? Like she knew exactly what her intentions were. They would talk. It was like girls from church and stuff sometimes, and my mom was like, nope, she can't be in this house. Like, I know who she is. I know her family. But with Lily almost not having an outside influence, not even knowing who she was or who her family was, she was more like cautious about what was happening there. Okay. So I think from that extent, I kind of controlled the outside influence from family. But yeah, I think that's what it was for me, really. With at least with parents.
Okay. What about you, Heaven?
Sorry. Ask me the question one more time.
In your past successful relationships, um, how did you block out the outside noise from parents? At least for right now, let's start with parents first.
In my past successful relationships.
Yeah, because I don't.
How would you
They-
define
They're not
clearly-
failures.
They
I don't
clearly
consider
weren't
them
that
failures.
successful.
How would you define a successful relationship though? Like,
I consider a successful relationship enjoying someone's time,
Okay.
whether how long it was. Um, I
Oh,
mean,
well, I
shit,
mean-
shit changes.
In that
If
case,
you
all
don't
my relationships
end
were
each other, hating
successful.
each other, then I think the relationship was successful. You know,
Okay.
because sometimes people grow apart. That just happens.
Yeah.
mhm.
But if you can go like, oh yeah, like I had to pass with them and I could still talk to them regular and stuff like that, and like it could just be cool, then I consider that a successful relationship. Now, if you like, oh, I can't stand that, I can't hate her. Oh, here she there, like I'm not going.
Mm.
That's not a successful relationship. That was a failure relationship.
Okay. Then in that case, how did I block out the haters or block out other people just in general?
Yeah, just try to give their input on your relationship and
I am the type of person that does not care what other people say
Oh,
or
okay.
think. So, like, I mean, my mom obviously will have something to say about everything.
Yeah.
And
gotta
I'll
be
hear
honest.
her. I'll be like, yeah, I get it. I understand. I understand where you're coming from. Whatever the case may be. And I'll take it into consideration. But at the end of the day, I'm an adult and I do whatever I want. And sometimes that is not great on my behalf. And maybe I should listen to people more. But I still don't care.
Are you able to like ignore it like that though? Like we were talking about your mom. Like
Yeah.
she hasn't ever like put like a little seed in your head and you like overthink it.
All the
Are-
time.
Okay.
But I still will, at the end of the day, be like, we're doing it.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
it's not like I don't care what she said. I'll probably think about it maybe sometimes for like weeks, months, and still end up making. Sometimes it'll be the decision that she wants me to come
Yeah.
to, but sometimes it
Yeah.
won't. And
Yeah,
that's
I get that.
it's just I try to weigh whether or not I think it'll end badly one way or the other.
Yeah.
And sometimes we all make mistakes.
Yeah. I think as an adult, I agree with you. But when I was dating like high school and stuff, that was really hard to do because they kind of control still like
Everything.
Oh,
Yeah.
absolutely.
You know what
I
I mean?
didn't
Yeah,
date
like-
in high school though.
They
didn't
control
date.
everything. They can literally say, "Stop talking to that person." You
Yeah,
literally
you
have to
like-
stop talking to that person. So,
Yeah.
bet and just call her. Hey, it's over.
you know what I mean? Like, so
I didn't date in high school like that. And then when I did start dating, the person I was dating, my family absolutely loved and adored. So it didn't matter.
Yeah.
Because they were like, please stay with them. And then
Yeah.
you make stupid decisions.
Yeah, I mean that's technically outside influence too, though, right?
Mm-hmm.
They're like, oh, they're perfect. Like I've seen toxic relationships where the family's like, no, but they're so good. It's like you
Yeah.
should stay together, and like, I don't know, like,
Yeah.
and they stick together because the families love each other, and it's hard.
It is
It's hard.
yeah.
Sometimes,
Never thought
you
about
know.
it like that. Yeah. Hey, how y'all doing? I knew it was gonna come back to me eventually.
That's how this works.
Yeah, because I've had quite a few relationships with outside influences, so I think, but I'm like kind of like vice versa. So it's like it's not me like people telling me. It's more like my significant other getting told like their mom or something like that. And the shit that's hard when you got like when they mama just so like against you and shit like that because it's like
Was it
you
racism?
kind of got to be perfect.
Was it racist?
It might be racially motivated. Who knows? I hope not. You know what I'm saying? But like you gotta be perfect. You can't fuck up because it's like they
then
already have somebody
they can be
negative
like,
in their
told
ear.
you so.
Yeah, exactly. You know what I'm saying? Somebody's already being negative in their ear.
Mhm.
They're already, and when you spew negative, like negativity, that shit, can fuck her up. Like that goes in the relationship. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
now negative shit starts to happen, and so like now she's always thinking, well, my mom was right, or oh, my mom told me this is gonna happen. Da, 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 da. So you always have to be on your toes about everything, and I think it takes time out of your relationship having to worry about what other people are thinking, especially because they're not in the relationship themselves.
Yeah.
So, um, it's hard to block that shit out. I mean, you can say, man, don't listen to them, but how you gonna tell somebody not to listen to their mama? Like,
Right.
like you know what I'm saying? How you gonna tell them not to listen to their parent? Like, what do you look like? Like, you know what I'm saying? You grew up listening to your parents your whole life. Like, now some person you met later on in life is supposed to tell you not to listen to them no more. So it's like,
Yeah.
fuck, like,
Yeah.
you know, and it's just like at some point you do gotta be an adult and you gotta think for yourself. But I mean, shit, it's hard. Like when you don't got the support, you know, and especially when you're trying to find somebody like you want to spend the rest of your life with. Like fuck, if she doesn't like him, but she might not never like him. Like you know what I mean? So it's like,
Yeah.
it's just that shit's tough. So.
Yeah. I think at that point though too, like stuff like that can strengthen your relationship
Yeah.
because you have to communicate more.
Mhm.
And even people as adults, we all know someone that just takes the advice from their parents way to the heart, right?
Yeah.
And they're just like, my parents can't do wrong. If they say this, it's the truth.
This
And
is yes.
and you can't get that out of their head.
Mhm.
And that sucks. That sucks because I think in that individual, there's a lot of growth that still needs to happen.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Right? Like they can't essentially think for themselves.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And I mean, and that's all part of like finding the person that you want to date too. Like
Mhm.
I understand family values, like loving your family and being there for each other, but taking everything that they say to heart, that can get toxic real quick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, yeah. No one should have that much pull over your own thoughts.
Yeah.
Or because then they're really, like you said, they're not your own thoughts. You were just,
A puppet.
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
Yeah.
essentially.
You were a puppet.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
On the other end though, we're all parents here, right?
yes.
So I kind of see from the parents' point of view, like wanting the best for your kid,
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yes.
right?
Yes.
Like I have daughters. You have daughters. Like
yes.
I always joke around. I was like, they can't date till they're 30, but
You know what I
but
mean?
at the same time, it's like it's gonna happen. They're gonna date, but it's gonna. I know when we get to that point, it's gonna be hard for me.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was thinking about it the other day.
Yeah.
Like fuck. Like you know what I mean? Like
They got a big brother, though, who will be in school with them for most of their
Yeah,
life, you know?
yeah.
So
not me.
he's going to look
You got
at,
a little
oh,
brother.
yeah.
Yeah, they got a little brother. You know what I'm saying? So
Well, they'll protect him.
he gonna be
Yeah.
telling. That's all he gonna be doing. He got a little brother gonna be telling
Right.
for the rest of for their whole life. You know what I'm
Are
saying?
you gonna pull the? You can go on a date, but you have to take your brother with you.
Oh yeah, you go to the movies, but your brother gotta come. Like
Yeah.
he gotta go. Like you know what I mean? So,
Yeah. So I get that.
Fuck.
I always try to see kind of the best in people, and Lily taught me this to always assume positive intent.
Oh my god.
And it's like
You can't listen to that. I'm sorry. I know that's your wife, but Eric, me and you are boys. That's different. She's thinking from a girl's point of view. You know what I'm saying? We are boys. There ain't no positive intent with dating. Come on, Eric. Like, like it's just like
Maybe-
me.
No,
this is how I'm dealing with
We
it.
just have to teach our
When-
sons to be better.
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
but I'm not. How can I teach their sons to be better? Like that's not my job.
No,
You
you
can
have
teach
to just teach
I
your
mean, yeah,
daughters.
when they're around.
You
know
have
what I
to
mean?
teach
Show
your
'em.
daughters to know the difference.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. So me, I'm just
Mhm.
trying to do my best to make sure my daughter make the right decision because I can't trust nobody. No,
Well,
no
in
other
those
person,
situations,
no
then
little niggas.
I feel like
I'm sorry, I
you
can't.
need to be. You have to be just honest. Don't be coming from a judgmental place like, oh no, you can't date ever. Blah, 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 you know. I'm sorry, because my dad was like that, and instead teach them because then you're just making them be like, oh, well, I'll just keep it a secret. If you
Yeah.
teach them, this is what boys are gonna say to you to get you to do this, Or if he's a really nice guy, then he will be whatever. Because obviously, you guys, you're boys, so you know
Hell yeah.
what is true, honest, whatever, and what is guys just saying whatever to get.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, you're right. You know, so like I said,
So
I'm putting a lot
you
on
just
my
have
daughters to
teach
be
them.
respectful of themselves. You know what I'm saying, and cherish themselves. So I put them on a high pedestal to so that they know not to, do things that they shouldn't be doing. You know what I'm saying? So that's my goal. My goal is to make sure she or them that they know that they're worth way more than anything that any little boy is trying to present. So
and to Heaven's point, and to make sure we hold our sons accountable too.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
well, shit, now,
I have a son, and I'll be damned if I let him turn out to be like some of the guys that I've dated.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah, I'll tell him. Yeah. I make a little bit of mistakes, but I'll tell him, like, hey, come here, man. You're not moving right now. You know what I'm saying? You get a little wild. I try to let you go and do your thing, but I could just
wait. How come he gets to go and do his thing, but your daughters don't?
Because I'm sexist, one, and it's a double standard. And like I said, I'm not gonna give him that. He got at least two. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm gonna tell him to respect himself too. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, don't just be giving your body just to anybody, because then you might fuck around and catch something. So like, I'm teach all
like
three of them to respect themselves.
Before you're ready.
Exactly, yeah, baby. You know what I'm saying? For sure. Cover somebody that had a kid at 19, you know what I'm saying? I don't want that to happen. So I would tell them to respect themselves always. But yeah, I mean, shit. Boys will be boys at the end of the day. So.
No. No. That is not the right mentality.
What? They will. Boys will be boys. Like I said, like when Eric was like, you gotta think the positive intent. I'm like, Eric, well, we boys. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? We live this. Especially us, we live this shit already. So it's like, I'm not saying every intent. We don't go into every situation with a bad intent. Like, I don't go into a situation like with a girl or something like that. I don't just go into thinking like, oh, I want to have sex with her. Like, I like them. Like, I really genuinely like them. Like, I want them to be around me all the time. Like, I want to hang out with them. I want to do things with them and stuff like that. So like, I get that part of the positive intent, but I'm still a man. Like, you know what leads to that stuff. Like, eventually, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, as a young age, no, but like, eventually as you get older and shit like that, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's kind of hard to go into shit with just a positive intent of they just gonna be right, because half of the time them niggas ain't right. So,
well, do you think so? Obviously, we have good intentions with our kids.
Yes,
and to that extent, is outside noise sometimes good? Like, almost like taking advice from people when it comes to your relationship.
Certain people, I would say. Like, I would take advice from you, Eric. Someone that I've seen, like, your marriage is working and stuff like that, and you even tell me like, hey, ain't shit perfect. Like, you were very open about how your marriage is, and like, if I ever needed something, like, you'd be like, this is like what I've gone through, like, I can, like, you can relate to a lot of things, you know what I'm saying? I've seen like the trials and tribulations of your marriage, and you guys are strong, you know what I'm saying? I can see a strong marriage. So but like, certain people know, I'd be like, oh, like, no, like, what do you have, like, how can you tell me something like if your shit not together? You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean?
So you wouldn't take my advice? Is
that probably not. Like, I mean, like, if you was like, if you was like, okay, so like, if you was like, oh, she's not like, oh, Will, I can tell your girlfriend's not happy. I might take your advice because maybe you weren't happy in the relationship and maybe you were the one that broke it off. You know what I'm saying? So you're like seeing all the signs of her not being happy to the point where she might break it off. So yes, I might take your advice, something like that. But now if you telling me like, oh, like, I don't think you guys are doing this right in your relationship, and I don't think you guys.
I would never tell
right
anyone anything.
I know.
Like
I'm just saying though. And you were single, I'd be like, well, like, that wouldn't really make sense because like you're not even in a relationship, so how would you know? So like, it's certain things.
So
like,
shut the fuck.
Yeah, I think it's different too, because I mean, you two obviously. How long have you guys known each other? I mean, you guys knew each other before I met you.
I met you into
like 2010.
Year?
That was
I got into high school
2009,
2008, 2009. Actually, more of my what was I hanging out with y'all my freshman year? I think at the end.
Okay, so 2009.
2009.
So like 14
How many
years.
years
Yeah,
is
about
that?
14 years.
14
Mhm.
years.
All right. So
Terrorizing
you guys
for
have built
14
like this
years.
friendship, so you're able to kind of
Will's like my brother.
yeah, you're
Yeah.
able to like call each other out when you see
Yeah.
someone's like
Yeah. Literally, Heaven would say something.
yeah.
Heaven is not shy to say
Yeah.
something. Like, Will, ain't you? I'm like, yeah, man, shut
Yeah.
up.
So I think that matters too, but also like no advice that's given freely is worth listening to. Like
Okay.
she said, like I wouldn't just tell you that, right?
Yeah.
But if you were to go to her for advice and then she tells you, maybe that's something you can take back into your relationship,
Yes.
Mhm.
right?
Yes.
Because you're seeking for it.
Mhm.
But yeah, every so does that mean like everything from the outside is just outside noise? Like,
I mean, essentially.
I mean, are we outside noise? We're
Yeah.
over here just talking
Yeah.
relationships.
Literally, I mean, people pull this up on the internet and maybe it makes you think about something in your own personal life, you know?
Yeah.
And you're like, I mean, not that we said anything super profound about a specific situation in a relationship this episode.
Yeah.
Yeah, everything is outside noise.
Yeah.
But if I was like giving advice right now, like, well, listen, if he does, no, I'm just kidding. They're all great.
Yeah. Do you ever go through like TikTok or something and you see like, oh, you should try this for like a date and stuff like that?
Mm-hmm.
Is that considered outside noise?
Yeah.
It is.
How isn't it? It's everything is outside noise if it's not you two in your relationship talking about it.
Yeah. I don't consider that outside noise. I just think that's like something like outside noise is like something that's trying to affect your relationship. So
negatively or positively.
I guess you're right. I don't know.
Yeah. I think it's the connotation too. The outside noise being kind of
Yeah.
negative.
Exactly.
Whereas if I'm looking for advice, it's positive.
I guess.
It's not outside noise, it's a device there.
So if it's someone just giving it without being asked and they're just like, hey, I just want you to know this.
I think the relationship it's going downhill, man. I think it's going downhill. You're like, oh, and you just seen it today? All right. First time meeting us. We fight like this all the time. I'm just kidding. All right. So, I ain't gonna lie. Some of these questions is kind of like, I feel like we answered them.
That's fine.
You know what I mean? Like, as we were going.
That's good conversation.
Yeah,
right?
It really is. It really is. This says, how can couples navigate challenges towards a happy relationship without worrying about outside noise?
Towards a happy relationship.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
GPS.
Talking with each other. Don't worry about what anything else outside of you two has to do with anything. That's
how
communication.
When
you have to be honest.
Everybody's like, not wants to be judged, but like, if somebody say something, you got to be like, well, why would they say that? You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't just be like,
right.
Oh, that's
so then
stupid.
you go to that person and you say, hey, it shouldn't be to the point where other people are noticing it before you are already talking about it.
All right, got it.
Because if other people are noticing it, then it's something that is happening.
It's obvious.
Regularly enough for it to be happening in front of other people, you know?
Yeah.
So.
Well, what if it's not like, so like, what if it's like, for instance, like, your friend comes to you and go, I think you and so-and-so been hanging out too much because we ain't seen you lately. And to you, that might not be a problem. Like, well, like, nigga, that's my nigga. Like,
so then you tell him that, and then that outside noise is dead. Because you're like, that's my girlfriend, and I want to hang out with her. I'm sorry, we don't hang out as much. Let's schedule something.
Yeah. Let's schedule something. And then they break up with you, and then what?
Or it's like,
and then you know what? And then you go back to your friends and you say, hey guys, she broke up with me.
It's over. You have me now.
Let's
Whatever
go
you
out.
want to do. Whatever you want to do. You can do it.
You said you want to go bungee jumping? I'm down.
Let's
Fuck
go.
it.
I think it's also like taking that noise, and because sometimes you can't avoid it, you're gonna hear it,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and if it's something that actually starts bothering you, just bring it up,
Mm-hmm.
right? I think early on in my relationship with Lily, we went through a rough patch, and it was because she had heard something that she didn't think was good for our relationship, and we talked about it.
Mm-hmm.
And I got to the point where I was like, I don't know if this will work,
Mm-hmm.
like our relationship. And she opened up about it later, that like how sad that made her, but she let me kind of like think about it, think it through, and kind of just like let it simmer for a bit, and then we talked about it again. And then obviously we're married now, we got past it.
Right.
But she didn't try to like push me or do anything crazy. It was just like, hey, like maybe we should just think about this, because it came up, because in that way you kind of make outside noise like relevant,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
but you're discussing it. It's a decision you're making together,
Yeah.
right? Like if something like that happens, like, oh, actually, when we first got married, I think in the first few weeks, Richie and Eddie
Mm-hmm.
were over a lot.
Yeah.
And I remember her telling me, it's like, hey, like, we're married. I want to spend more time with you.
Mm-hmm.
And I was just so used to like being like a bachelor.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
I was dating her obviously, but I had my own time,
Mm-hmm.
and I would just hang out all the time. And then she was like, hey, like, sometimes I just want to come home from work and just be with you without other people here.
Mm-hmm.
But she talked to me about it.
Yeah.
And then she just told me. I let it simmer. I was like, all right, you know what? She has a point. And then we worked together on it,
Mm-hmm.
right? And then she's like, okay, like once or twice a week is fine. And then these days, like, it's just gonna be us.
Yeah.
I was like, okay. But that was technically like outside noise. She heard, she noticed,
Mm-hmm.
she wanted to talk about it, but you kind of tackle it together.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's why it's so important. Communication is
Yeah.
key, and honesty, and being able to be open with each other. Because if you can't be open, then why
Actually, Heaven,
are you arguing?
the key is
you're
not
just not gonna-
communication. The key is comprehension. Are you comprehending what I'm saying?
Right.
Because I could talk all day. We could communicate. Because I'm talking to you. You talking
But
to
you're
me.
not
But
communicating.
am I listening?
You're not
Are you
communicating.
listening?
Okay.
Are you
Effective
comprehending?
communication.
That's why it's comprehension. Are you comprehending what I'm saying? Are you getting my get down?
Mm-hmm.
So comprehension is key.
I think we're saying the same thing.
Yeah, but you can't communicate if you're not comprehending what the other
Yeah.
person is saying.
You got. I think you said it backwards.
You can be
can't comprehend if you're
conversing.
not communicating.
No,
That's
you
what
can be
would say.
conversing, but you're not communicating.
No, I don't like that. Comprehension.
You don't like comprehension.
The three
We're going with
C's.
comprehension.
The 3 C's.
What is it? Communicate. Comprehension, communicate, and what?
Okay, the 2 C's and H. Honesty.
I would say, what the hell is
Oh,
that?
yeah, honesty.
Being able to be honest with each other.
Yeah.
Yeah. If something's bothering you, you need to bring that up right away.
Mm-hmm.
Because some people just let it fester for too long.
And then
Yeah.
you explode. You're like, God damn, what was your problem? I
Yeah.
just
Right.
asked, what you want to eat?
It
you
happens.
know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I just wanted to know what you wanted to eat. Damn, I didn't know that
Yeah.
was on your mind. Shit, how long you think about that? Shit. All right.
Yeah, that stuff happens.
Yeah.
Because, like, I don't know, sometimes just because you want to avoid the confrontation, you just, like, hold it in.
Yeah.
And then it's just, like, you get into an argument later on, and you bring up stuff that happened, like, a week before that you didn't bring up then, and it just
Months.
piles up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're
Like, you know what?
"Actually,
Matter
let
of
me get out
fact,
my receipt book here.
Right.
I've been wanting to tell you something for a long time anyway. I wasn't trying to fight, but since you brought it up, you know what I'm saying?
On October 2nd last year at 6:42 p.m.
Yeah. But I like for me, I know in my past relationships, they could tell when I'm irritated. It's hard for me to hide it. When they say it shows in my face, it literally shows in my face. Because when I get mad or irritated, my nostrils flare. It's automatic. Like them motherfuckers just go shoot up. So like they would know. Like, even my friends know too. They be like, oh, that nigga mad. Look at them nostrils. Look at them nostrils. Cause my nostrils just flare like they, and I can't control it at all. Like even I'm trying to calm face it, my nostrils just flare up. Like you know what I'm saying. So if I get mad, my fucking nostrils just go flare.
So in a relationship, is there not something that could have been said or done between you being that mad and whatever it is that happened?
I mean, yeah, but like shit, I'm so mad. I'm just trying to count to 10 because you know, if I get to the nostril flare, then I'm mad. Like you know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like you know, because usually I let a lot of things go. But okay, whatever. But like, it's sometimes you got to put your foot down about certain things, and like so like, I don't want no.
You never had to put your foot down.
Huh?
You never have to put your foot down.
I never tried to like have to like. I never should have to put my foot down, right? I never
Yeah.
thought, okay, this is enough. But like shit, it gets to that point, and then that's a problem. Like the fact that I even have to put my foot down is a problem, and that pisses me off. Like, well, why are you even mad about this? The fact that I'm bringing this up, you should be like, okay, like I understand where you're coming from, or something you would think. But no, like shit.
Do you have an example?
No, I don't want to bring up any examples. Not any that I want to bring up. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause,
You feel so strongly about this.
Yeah, right.
my nostrils is flaring. Ah, damn. See.
I'm sorry. Well, I did not mean to make you mad.
It's all right. And if I get too bad, my fucking cheeks start hurting. Yeah, like if I smile too long, my fucking cheeks hurt. But if my nostrils still right here, that shit start hurting. Boy, but I try to be a calm person.
As you should.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Yep. It's funny. It's genetic too, cause my daughter got the same thing.
Perfect.
Which
You
one?
tell when she's mad.
Both of them?
Avea, my middle one, she get mad. Her shit's fire. Like, oh, you got to look at them nostrils, girl. Look at them nostrils. That shit is funny.
Great.
She get mad too. She's an angry child. I love her to death.
What's you don't have to talk about this, but what's like the maddest you've gotten in a relationship? Like, what did you do?
And what did I do?
No, not like what was the issue that made you mad, but how did you react?
Shoot, well, like I always think of like, so like, cause when I was younger, I used to get a lot of whoopings. I always do something to get a whooping. So as I got older, I always think about the consequence of my actions. So like, if I do this, what will be the consequence? Well, if I do that, what will be the consequence? So like, I might yell a little bit, but like nothing too much. I don't get like aggressive or anything like that because like you know what I mean. Especially being black and dating outside my race, I'm just one call away from going to jail, no matter what. So, like I always think about stuff like that. Like you know what I'm saying. I can't even like say if I got in her face and she tried to say I got hit or something like that. Even if I didn't, like it just don't look good. So I always think about stuff like that. And so like I walk away like. Shit, like I don't like getting out of my character in the first place. So if somebody can get me out of my character, if they are a woman, I'm just gonna walk away. Now if a man can get me out of my character, we might just throw them hands. Like
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. I throw these with a man any day. Like if I get out that mad, but like with a girl, I just try to leave the situation, get away. Best thing I could do. Like one time I got into it with my baby mama's mom, was arguing, and I tried to leave, and this crazy lady like legit was like. Get him out, yeah. I was like, damn, can I leave? Like she was not trying to let me out the door. And eventually she just let me out, like weirdo. I was hot though, like she used to make me mad. So like that was a time where I was mad. I got into it with her big time, just like let me just leave. She was literally like, as I'm like walking to the door, she stepped in my way, so I tried to walk around her. She stepped that way. I was like, well, damn. I was like, can I leave? Like I'm trying to leave. Like I had nothing else to say to you, and she was just like. Fine, like finally let me out. Like damn, like I don't understand. It was crazy. Yeah, but yeah, I'm just gonna leave.
I've gotten to this point in my life where I don't want to argue with people no more. So I'll be like, okay, and we're obviously not going to be able to come to an agreement here, and I'm not going to go back and forth with you because you're not hearing me, I'm not hearing you. So it's just better if we just leave it alone. So I feel it. So if someone had done that and got in my face and kept getting in my face, then I also would be mad.
Yeah, because you're trying to leave the situation, right?
Yeah, and so why are you antagonizing? That's the problem.
Yeah. Sometimes you just need to leave,
Yeah.
relax, come back, figure it out. I know. I think one of the like biggest fights I ever had with Lily, uh, is it's stupid. We were building a grill.
Mhm.
It was the first time we built something together. Legit, like we joke about this, but legit, this is the maddest we've ever been at each other. And we're like, this might have ended our relationship. Like we got past that, we are good,
Mhm.
because we were like, we just couldn't. We think very differently,
Mm.
and so we're approaching building this thing, and we're like at each other's throats. Like
Mhm.
it's like, no, you're doing this wrong. Like we're yelling at each other almost, and it's like it took us hours, and then we're like, we just left everything and like went our separate ways.
Yeah.
And I don't even know if I slept in the room with her. Like it was just like we were so heated, and
I forget you in that
yeah,
grill.
like it's crazy because I come from like a Latino background where when like the parents get mad, you hear them argue, and it's yelling and screaming,
Mhm.
and and even like with kids, like kids yelling at the parents and stuff like that, and I was never like that.
Yeah.
But this is like it like I don't know, it like burns in you. And it was like I just wanted to say something, and I could feel my face getting red and just wanted to yell.
Yeah.
And I'm just like I can't, like I don't want to be that because I grew up around it,
Yeah.
and I saw it even with like some of my friends or
Yeah.
like cousins and stuff. Like I don't want my kids to be around that. We didn't have kids at the time, but
Mhm.
it's just like you need to establish this now. Like if we get this mad again, we're just get away from each other,
Mhm.
right? But yeah, it's crazy. There was probably some pent up stuff in there too
Yeah.
that happened, but that was just like the last straw.
Yeah.
It don't even go right there. What do you do? Oh
Yeah.
my god. Where's the manual?
Right?
You like, we don't even need the manual. This is simple.
Yeah.
Just gotta.
So-
well, if it's simple, why isn't it built? Oh my god.
So
You keep putting that
we
right
joke
there.
now that when if our girls or if Toby or son wants to date someone, we need to make them build something together first.
Oh yeah, you guys want to be together?
Yeah.
I actually just brought this brand new table
Right.
set. So we're gonna
Yeah.
go ahead and build these
Or
chairs.
like I have a 200-piece puzzle. Go for
yes,
it.
a puzzle.
See that entertainment center?
Mhm.
I need that put up.
Yeah.
And it's
On-
better
on
not
the
Mount
wall.
my
Yeah,
TV.
better not too. I'm telling you, like, what the hell? Let me see. All right. How bad has someone's comments ever affected a relationship you were in?
Mm.
Let's see. How bad were someone's comments? Well, though, that someone would have to be my significant other. Cause
Their comments.
yeah, cause I'm not gonna let somebody outside comment. Unless somebody was like, oh, like I saw your girlfriend cheating, like that.
That's yeah.
Then-
That's a whole nother
Yeah,
story.
you know that. I'd be like, oh, okay, then say less. But like, if they were just like they didn't like our relationship or something like that, shit, like my parents, not my parents, but I had like family members that didn't like my significant others and stuff like that. Even one of my parents, I don't want to say which one because I don't know what my peoples be watching. So, well, yeah, they didn't like them. So like, I always thought like it's my life. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna live it the way I like them. So like, it doesn't really matter. So
Yeah.
I always try to go into like it like that. Like I'm not about to let nobody dictate my relationship.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I'm with them, not you. If you don't like this about them, that's okay. You don't gotta be with them. I'm with them. So
Mhm.
you know
So it's never happened to you?
that like the comments that
Yeah.
like nah yeah. If we ever like got together, it may be vice versa. Like where maybe somebody told them, but like to me no. Like
Well, okay. So then, what about on the other side? Something.
they mamas. You know what I'm
It's
saying?
always the mama.
Yeah, you know, they mamas. I'm telling you, I'm not a mom favorite. I'm not. I don't know what it is.
Mhm.
And those were the girls that I was choosing to have kids with. That's the crazy part. The one girl that mom really liked me, I didn't stay with. I was
Wow.
an idiot.
Wild.
Dumb.
I got lucky with Lily. Her mom is like my mother-in-law. She's awesome.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, like I mean, she comes over 3 times a week to help with the kids, and she's super chill. Like, have conversations with her. Like, it's cool. Like
Yeah, you gotta
she's
let them.
really dope. But I don't know. I don't know what she was a single mom, and like she's really strong. I just have good conversations with her. She's
Yeah.
cool. So I got super lucky with her because experiences with like girls that I've gone on dates with their parents, and I think the one that was like the craziest was I went to a movie theater with this girl, and like halfway through the movie, she's like, "Hey, just want to let you know, like my dad's 2 rows behind us, like in the movie theater." And I was just like, what?" Like it's kind of creepy. And I think we went to get like ice cream or something after, and he just followed us, but he didn't say anything. He just, I was like, this is really weird.
Yeah.
And like throughout it, it was just like her parents just had way too much say.
Yeah.
Right. I think I only went on a couple dates with her. I wouldn't even say like we didn't date. Like she wasn't my girlfriend. We just went on a couple dates. But that was just like that broke my mind. I'm like, how can a parent be that intrusive?
Yeah. Yeah.
Damn, that's crazy. I mean, shit.
I don't know. When I was a kid, my dad was like very much like that. But as an adult, he was like, you're going to do whatever you want. And my mom was the one that was like very up in my business. And obviously on the other side, everyone loves me. So their mothers always love me. My family don't always love them is the thing. Actually, my whole family is the outside noise. Like they're very nosy, so everyone knows everything about everybody's life. And it's my mom's side of the family, so the way she thinks, they all think. And you know, the way you guys feel about your daughters, everyone, you want your daughters especially to not get hurt, you know, because your son, you assume, is going to be the one that's breaking hearts, if anything.
You better bounce back, too. You better, hey, it's a tough game, son. You win some, you lose some. You better bounce back. You know what I'm saying? Tough it up. Just kidding. You can talk to me.
So you'll have more to say about your daughter's lives, I think, always.
Yeah, probably. It's always the parents, right?
Mm-hmm. Hey, that's what we do. You go have a girl, have it,
or
and
it'll
then
be your
see
whole
if that
family.
doesn't change.
I'm not having any more children. One is fantastic.
Yep.
Even he already gives me a run for my money, so I'm like, no, we're good.
Yeah, say that now. Damn.
Yeah.
Boop. Like, yep, there you go. You better hope you don't go back to back, because same-sex kids don't like, they fight a lot. I mean, opposite sex kids fight a lot too, but they usually tend to like certain other things. But when you got kids that like the same thing that don't like to share,
I have that.
War.
Hello already.
Oh yeah.
It's all, and they are the same different sex. So yeah,
It'd be worse
but
because
she's a mess.
they fight more when they the same sex. It's like they don't. Not one little boy's not gonna be like, oh, that's a girl or something like that. You know what I'm saying, like that. They gonna fight. Like girl on girl violence is real. Boy on boy violence, they are throwing hands. That's just what it go down to all the time.
No, boy on girl violence is look. My niece, who's 5 years older than my son, they be going at it.
Yeah.
They're a mess, and they're funny.
I mean, it happens in my house because I got the twin girls.
Yeah.
They team up against Toby.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Oh, see, twin telepathy. They're like you go high, I go low. Take it out. Matter of fact, you go to distract our parents.
Right.
I'm about to give him a couple while you go. You know what I'm saying? Damn, that's crazy. Well, my oldest and my middle child, they fight a lot. Because my middle child wanted to be the boss. She wanted to be the boss of everything.
It's always the middle child.
Yeah. She's like,
we're the best.
I
don't know what else to tell you.
I run everything. Like she's like 6 years older than you, and you're trying to boss her around. Like
that's funny.
And she first wanted to throw hands, everything. She wanted to fight. She do everything. What about my youngest, my son? She only do stuff when like she feel like she's not getting enough attention. When she's not getting enough attention, he get enough attention. Now she want to be an asshole. Push him, like do stuff to him, pinch him, stuff like that. Like, all right, back up. Now you can't be by him because you just being violent for no reason. Like, you know what I mean? He trying to walk, she trip him. Like, you know what I'm saying? He doing the thing. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. Like, I mean, I take it like, toughen him up. You know what I'm saying? He look like that. You just violent for no reason though. But it's cool. I like her.
It happened.
I like her.
I like her. She get on my nerves sometimes, but I like her.
I think if your kids don't get on your nerves sometime, that's crazy. Congratulations.
That's impossible.
Yeah. People that say they just love their kids all the time, either not around their kids all the time, or they lying. That's the only two things that can happen. You know what I mean? Like, well, like, what did you do to just love your kid all the time? You know
all
what I
the
mean?
time. You're like,
what do they do? Do they just not be around you? Like, you know,
Yeah.
like, do they listen? Like, you know what I'm saying? Because not every kid just listen. Like, it take a couple times for that kid to get there. Like, hey, I done said it about 4, 5 times already. Like, so anybody say I love my kids to death. Don't get me wrong.
Right.
But
You don't always like them.
I don't always
Yes.
like them. Don't always like them.
I remember Toby said that to Lily. He was like, "Mommy, you like me?" And she's like, "Sometimes." And she clarified. She's like, "No, I love you. I don't always like you." And he's like, "Nah, you like me." All right.
Right now,
that.
because you're being funny, absolutely.
Yeah.
So you like me. You cool. We cool. I can tell when you don't like me, but right now,
Yeah.
you like me. We cool. Damn. All right. So last question. Do you try to be positive about relationships after blocking out outside noise?
Do we try to be? You gotta try, right?
Everything. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, if
Inside
you
noise,
don't want to be
outside noise.
positive about your relationship, then there's something wrong.
You shouldn't want to be in that relationship.
Yeah.
That sounds like you're trying to break up in the first place. You're trying to
Right.
be negative. Like, I do not like the way you smack over there. You always chew with your mouth open. You snore in your sleep. Like, that's negativity. Like, you gotta be positive about everything.
Well, that's why you date, though,
Yeah.
Exactly.
to figure all that out.
Exactly.
Yeah, because I think, I mean, obviously it's different being married and dating, but when you're dating, you kind of try to weed a lot of that out,
Yeah.
right? Because you want to be 100% positive going into a marriage.
Yeah.
And I mean, not all marriages work out, unfortunately, but when you're in a marriage, you're gonna have negative days.
Yeah.
But you make a commitment, you work through it, try to figure it out. But even then, like, it's hard. It ain't easy. Any relationship, it's hard. You're gonna have negative days, but you gotta push forward, right?
Shit, man.
You gotta try.
I don't know, man. You talking to single people over here.
Yeah.
No, I know.
Nah,
but
but if I don't know about having you plan on getting in a relationship?
I know. I'm working on me and my son. And
Yeah.
That's what's important right now, you know?
Yeah.
And I mean, if I'm supposed to be in a relationship, then that will happen on its time, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah. My best relationship, so obviously Lily, happened when I wasn't looking for one.
Exactly. Yeah. It comes to you.
It
when
grew
it's-
from
when it's
friendship,
time.
and it worked out.
Yeah.
Word.
But yeah, I think it's hard when you're actively out there looking for a relationship.
Yeah.
I ain't looking. I got 3 kids, man. Like,
Yeah.
you know, only people that's gonna want me is somebody else with kids, and 3 kids is a lot. So I don't want to take on anybody else's kids.
Bring
Right.
a bunch
like
over here.
4, 5, 6 kids. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I mean, you can't say that because before I had kids, I was fine with dating people that had kids. And
I mean, shoot, I
so,
might find one that.
I mean-
but 3. Maybe I had 1. You got 1, Heaven. 3 kids? You're like, oh nah, player. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's a lot of kids. I'm like, hey, man, you don't gotta do it anymore.
At that point though, you're speaking for someone else.
I mean, like I said, there's a possibility.
Yeah.
I'm not just gonna say there's no possibility. Maybe some woman's just like, I don't even care. I love your kids. Da da da. I mean, my kids are awesome, so I would understand. But like, shit, 3 kids is tough. Like, I mean, on the same breath, I can see someone saying, "You got a lot of damn kids." You know what I'm saying? And I just gotta take that. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just saying. Like,
Maybe
and
maybe
that
one of
probably
their,
won't be the person that you end up with.
Yeah, true.
well, obviously, but you know, so
Maybe one of your kids' teachers are single.
I will be checking.
They like kids.
We'll be
Yeah,
checking.
they do.
Yeah, that's the thing though. Like, I think just if you're gonna go into a relationship, just blocking out that noise. I think we agree on that, right? Like,
Yeah.
don't bring anything else into that relationship. That relationship is you and that other person, and that should be it.
Yeah.
Exactly.
100%.
You want to be family oriented, that's fine. You be with your family, go celebrate with your family and stuff. but don't let your family run your relationship. Do you tell your mama and your daddy how their relationship should go? No, you let them do them. So do you at the end of the day. And don't be all up in your friends' relationships either. 'Cause
No,
it's none of your business.
Right.
So
don't give advice if they don't ask for
if
it.
they ain't asking for it, you gotta sit there.
Unsolicited. That's the word I was trying to.
I've been trying
And
to
you
think of
found
word
that.
for the last
Y'all found that in the last seconds of the show. They was like,
no unsolicited advice.
They was like, damn, what's that word? Show over and shit. And they talk about it. Found it. Word of the day, unsolicited. Good job,
If you
guys.
watch this
Yeah.
far, comment unsolicited, and one of you will win a date with Will.
First of all, what if it's a man? No, they will not. If it's a man, then you win a date with heaven. So
No.
congratulations.
It's
And if
just
it's
a
a
man date
woman-
with you.
And you win, you gotta pay for me. Cause I'm a feminist. I'm a feminist, and so I'm gonna let you pay for me. So there you go. Congratulations. You do get a feminist man out of me. So who run the world? Girls. Well, that's our show. Like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you guys. Thank you guys.
Of course. Thanks for having me.
Yeah. Anything before
Thanks
we
for
go?
being here.
Anything? Anything?
That's it.
No.
Good.
Here's to honor. Can't come in there, come on her. Probably Positivity Central, y'all.